Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Pioneers. Today we have a couple things to do, still involving Neotech, which is getting some new machines and a power setup. But first, I want to take a little trip back 2 episodes. There's one thing I remember about Thaumcraft. It's taint. Can I get rid of this? Can I break it before it spreads and never have to deal with it? Does this spread? I don't know. I'm scared. I don't want to accidentally lose something. I don't want the land that we're living in, the nice peaceful land with a whole bunch of trees, to be taken over and kill me, because that'd be bad. Yeah, so I was wrong. Very, very wrong, in fact. It didn't stop it. I think it made it worse, because now we have this nice area right here on the map that is filled with some very nice taint. And there's a skeleton over there. Hello, gun skeleton. Hello. Yeah, this is taint, and we need to do something about this very, very quickly. Now, what are the two options? Well, if we go into Thaumcraft, we have two options. One, an ethereal bloom, which is made with a shimmer leaf into a crucible with some elements. And silverwood. Silverwood are the blue trees, which... Oh! Hey, I don't want you to attack me. Okay, backing up. Is over here. You see these blue trees right here, these blue ones. Maybe I'll add in something to circle them, I don't know. These blue leaves, those are silverwood trees, and those silverwood trees, I want a mission to get rid of all the poison ivy in this area. Those silverwood trees create a node inside themselves, and those nodes clean out taint, along with the ethereal blooms. The ethereal blooms are just a plant that you can plant down that will also dissipate taint. So definitely soon we need to either come up with a bunch of Thaumcraft knowledge and do a bunch of Thaumcraft to get rid of this taint and contain it, or get rid of it. At the very least, I want to contain it, or take the worst approach, which is hightailing it out of here very, very fast. So depending on what I want to do, it's either get it contained or removed, or, run as far as I can. So we have a bunch of stuff today for Neotech that I want to do that you probably saw over there. Now, I changed the machine here because this had so much power in it. I needed more power for one machine since it lasted like a nothing. So we have a bunch of plans today, and I want to keep this cake here because I actually want to eat it. But we start off with crafting some batteries. We then use these batteries one by one, since I don't think they stack. No, they don't. We use these batteries to make some normal storages. These storages, the basic RF storages. We then take these RF storages into here and create 2 more solar panels. So then we move on. And then we come over here, where I have iron ingots, glass, and iron in a sandwich shape to make some white structure pipes, and a little bit of iron in a Y shape to make a wrench. So we take these white structure pipes, come over here, except that was wrong. Come over here, place 12 into here, and get some energy interface pipes, and then take them here, and get some fluid interface pipes. And then we come here, and get a thermal binder, and a electric crucible, and then these are just empty. So this whole bunch of stuff is a lot to take in very, very quickly. So what we did is made a battery, and then turned the battery into a basic RF storage. And then we took the RF storage and changed it into a solar panel. And then we moved on to making pipes and a wrench so we can place down things and remove them very easily with the wrench. And we made an electric crucible and a thermal binder. Now, what does a crucible do? Well, we'll place it down and I will explain. We don't technically need this here anymore, so let me remove this. This electric crucible is actually sort of interesting. You put anything into here, which it is actually getting redstone flux because this just charged it, but we're going to remove these since these are not needed right here anymore for a split second. So we can take this and then have the electric crucible. If you place something into here, like a material, say this was a torch, or not a torch, iron, and you would make molten iron. And then the electric crucible can combine with the thermal binder, which, if you don't know, is the motherboards, which you can make like this and all of the upgrades, which we will also do this episode to upgrade everything. So you get flux into here and you can upgrade with the motherboard in the 4 upgrade slots go here, and it comes out there. And this is where the tin you need to do the combining is put. So it's technically like solder. You just have a whole bunch of solder placed into there. So we're going to take this crusher, move the crusher, we're going to keep the crucible there, and I'm sorry, Cake, I loved you, but you gotta go. Okay, so then there and there, and technically we can have this one here, make that a little bit easier, and we also want the furnace. I think I placed the furnace, yeah, up in here. So, the furnace goes here. So, how are we going to get power to power all of these? Well, my game seemed to have had a jolly old freeze. It wasn't even like that bad, it just sort of froze. Okay, so we need the solar panels in these 4 places. Forgot to place a block there. Block, solar panel, there you go. Okay, now we come down here and pipe, 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 pipe. So that is 4 energy pipes, correct? Correct. So then we take these and use right mouse button to move around this, and we can see where the top is just because it looks like it's connected. And then orange to input. Input? Blue output. Orange input. Green both. So if it is just blue, would that not work? Hold on, let's check. Let's just check this. Maybe they have their wording wrong. Hey. Oh, oops. My bad. Hey. Hey. No. Okay. So it's not blue. So then if we check... Okay, I can't check. Let's go around. So if we check, it's not blue. Right? It can't be blue. So orange. So orange should be supplying us with power. It is orange. Am I being silly? Because if you want to output power, it'd be blue. If you want to input something, you'd be inputting it into this. Get your things fixed, man. Get your things fixed. That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay, so orange, so just drop my wrench. All of these should be orange, correct? Okay, orange. Then we network them all together so all of them have power. Like this, all of them get connected into this little central place. So then this is all getting filled. Then we take this and do I want to output? Okay, I'm going to leave it as an output, right? And we're going to do some tests. So output. This was the wrong placement. This was a silly placement. Just there. No. There. Yeah, let's place it there. Take this. Bring it here. Okay, this is now still receiving energy. Okay, fantastic. So then we want an energy interface pipe, and we want it to be bringing out power. So then this is a good test. Are you getting energy? You are not. So do I need to put you on orange? No. Do I need to put you on green? No. Okay, I'm going to leave you on green because this obviously needs something. Orange. Orange, are you doing stuff? Orange is doing stuff. Fantastic. So then we go here and we'll just break around this for a quick second so we can get all of these. We will place it here and here. What are you set as? Are you set as green? Did I set you as green? I set you as green. Okay, we'll set everybody as green just because. Green and green. Green. So then connect, 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 connect. Connect, connect. Connect 4. I got connect 4. Did I win the game? Okay. So everything is powered up. Everything is receiving power. Fantastic. So now, if we just take these bricks, we can replace the stuff we broke, like this. Boop, boop. Here. And then granite here, so we don't have to see this. Make this flip that way. Okay. So now, good question. Here's a good question. If we break these, right? No, not a question. That was the wrong word. So, why am I having 4 of them into one of these? Well, that's just extra power. That's what I like. I like the extra power, and it's all 4. But think of it as this, all right? So these have a maximum of 25k RF, right? So these all have 100 100 RF together, right? So that's 100 RF. This has 32 RF, and these all take 1k RF, just for this one part, right? So if it's nighttime, and these are all at 10k, that's about a couple items, and then this runs into its power reserve, which is 2 more, or 3 more places, right? But if it is nighttime, and we run out of these, and these stopped pumping power, these all have 25k RF to give into this, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 uses. Wow, that was... Oh, stay in school, because apparently I am not good with that sort of stuff. I'm a stupid. Alright, so what's next? Well, we're going to get using these electric crucibles. So, the electric crucible, as I said, if you place some tin in, it's going to melt it down. And as you can see, we get 144 molten tin from that, out of a lot that we need for this. We need 1,000, so this is why I have the fluid interface, which, hopefully, I would like to assume works. That'd be nice. Okay, blue, input, and then output. So do you have tin in you now? You have tin. So every time this finishes one, oh, are we out of power? Are we out of power? Really? Really? No, we shouldn't be out of power. It's midday. Yeah, it's like midday. Excuse you. 0, 0, 0. How are we out of power? How much power do you chug? Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let's check. 100 RF per tick. Process time. That's... Oh my. He's a chugger. He is a chugger. Okay, so... Maybe we'll make some more processors for you. You know what? Let's... Okay. Yeah, well, that's doing its thing, which is pretty much recharging because it takes so long. I'm going to explain hard drives. So, this was the wrong one. So, we're going to actually make a third hard drive, but I'm going to do that off camera because I just want to explain, and I'm going to make a third one for Chugger right there. So, we need 2 hard drives, which is pretty much going to be 3, so, you know, take into account what I'm saying is going to be a little bit more, and a hard drive expansion. Right, so we have 2, and then I want 4 processors, which is diamonds, which I found some diamonds off camera. It was pretty nice, and I didn't really feel like I needed to share the, you know, feeling of getting diamonds, because everyone already has that. And then 2 expansion cards. So if we come over here, you still don't have enough tin in you, because you're a power, yeah, you are chugging so much. You should be the first thing we place a motherboard into, Jesus. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to get all this tin refined because this is power chugging, and I'll be right back to explain the rest of the motherboard because this thing is chugging along. It is eating all of our power, so I don't think that's going to be a thing we're going to use all that much while we have this sort of limited amount of power, but for now, I think it's going to be fine. For the rest of the machines shouldn't be such a chuggy processors. Yeah, that's what I wanted to make. Yeah, I don't think the rest of the machines are going to be so chuggy for power. I think it's going to be relatively easy. So I'm going to make a third one of everything, and then I'll be right back when all of this tin is done so I can explain this molten tin stuff and the motherboards, because that'll be very interesting. It has literally been 20 minutes. I have waited multiple times for this to recharge along with the stuff outside. It's getting annoying. I thought all of this extra power, I even added 2 more in the back. You can see them right there. 1, 2, 3. I added 2 more in the back, and it's still not enough for this one machine. This one machine definitely needs some upgrades in there. Okay, well, hold on. Let's show you progress. Halfway there! Halfway there! I'm going to be here for another 30 minutes. Okie dokie. We're all back. Took forever, took a long time. Those are all charged back up to 25k, and now it is time for the motherboard. So how do you do the motherboard? Well, you take the motherboard, the empty motherboard, and then place everything else that you want in it into the upgrade slots, and then you click start. And that took a lot of RF out at once, but it's working. And that is what I'm happy about. And this one actually says the ticks left, and I'm pretty sure I hovered over these when I was doing stuff in them, and it didn't show how many ticks it was, but that's pretty interesting. And you can also see it in here, but it's 200 RF per tick, and it's 1,000 ticks, so that's quite a bit RF. And So processors, it explains what everything is. It's pretty simple. There won't be a motherboard for this. I'm making 3 motherboards for these because these are probably the 3 I'm going to be using the most, and then we'll probably be using this one a lot more later on for, well, more machines when we get them, and if they take motherboards, of course. So pretty much, this one's going to be interesting because they're all the same motherboard, but does it take 1,000 tin? It takes 10 tin. Thank you. I thought I was going to have to go through all of that again. I filled it up, so we're not going to be moving this one for a very long time until I have everything upgraded. So this one has control, it has expansion, has a hard drive and a processor. So if we slam these in here, boom, we get 1,000 RF instead of 10,000, which is the hard drive, I believe. We have a redstone mode, which is the controller, and we have controls, which is the controller. And the processor also ups the speed. So if we just throw some tin dust in here, no, this is the crusher. This is the crusher. Let's get started on the second one, because that's that's what I was trying to actually make a point out of. Oops, let's grab you out of here because you'll make more sense. No, wait, yeah. It seems to have enough power to keep going, which is weird since this is completely out. I wonder where it's siphoning power from. Now it is either this, and it's not, or these. Also not. What are you doing? What are you siphoning from? You are still going. You have 0, and you are still going down in ticks. There is literally... Okay, hold on. This is 0. And this is 0. This is 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So either all of these are creating enough power to keep it running fast enough, or this is broken and it's going on exactly 0. It broke. It just kept going. That's all it did, because it didn't actually finish. It actually realized that everything ran out of power, and now it's going to reset itself. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing these 3 motherboards, and then I'm going to explain what they all do and give you a little bit of an example. Okay, 3 motherboards filled, all good. So if we just plop it in, and plop it in, it'll take a while for each of these to get power because I just used this and this siphoned everything. So if we check the power, 0, 0. So yeah, it'll get power slow enough. So this is the electric crucible. Now with the processors and stuff, it should be faster, and it has a little bit more. So let's see upgrades. Processor. Each processor moves 24 ticks, a little over a second from the clock time. Hard drives multiply the max energy stored by 10, so it's a lot more energy in these, which makes it so much better. So much better. Ooh. The control gives you redstone controls, which should be disabled. Expansion will enable the crusher to have a possible second output. It also gives you configure. Okay, yes. This is fantastic. And now, I would like to assume if we come over here, or maybe I already made one, I think, and just placed it somewhere. Is this the item one? This is the item one. So if we come here, grab this, place you in there, and did I place you in there? I did. Yeah, I placed you in there. Okay, so then that goes to there, this goes to here. I want the electric crucible to have an input, and then I want this to be an output? No. Input there. Output there. Now if we throw in a little bit of zinc, okay, it's already faster. Already appreciate that a lot more. A lot more, actually, because make my life easier. And, okay, so I probably didn't configure this yet. So if I want this to be an output, I want this to be an input. Still didn't work. Let's change the orange to green. Still didn't work. Not yet at least. We're trying to figure this out together. Orange. Oh, did you take it? You were taking it, and you were putting it in the electric furnace, and then we can make it hooked up to a chest, but there's no space for that. So at least that's working. It is all working. It is all smelting. This has a lot more power. This is actually smelting very, very nicely. I want to switch this out with tin. we'll keep you there. You will smelt, you have your outputs, you are disabled, you are running, and yeah, so that took 6 diamonds, a whole bunch of other materials, and okay, so what did we do? We made a whole bunch of pipes, we made the crucible and the binder, we got all of those running, we made the battery, we made all of the pipes for everything to run, the energy pipes, the white pipes, and everything is running together. We made 6 panels and a little bit of a farm, and we talked about the taint today, so I think that is pretty successful. So, thank you for watching this episode of the Pioneers. I hope you learned something, or was interested by something, or, you know, hopefully interested and learned something today, you know, power setup, and how this chugs everything it comes into contact with. But this is it for this episode of the Pioneers. I will see you in the next video. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.